Okay, everybody, we are climbing back in with some Finn, right? I didn't want to leave him just stranded out here with no nothing, so I figured we'd keep him going along with, other things. So, we better hope we have enough money to pay for our pilot's license. We do. So, we have, I believe it's called Seafaring Economy. So, what that requires, can you see that? 120,000 credits is required to complete your registration as a Class C spaceship pilot. Now, I don't know if our ship is a Class C, but if it was, we'd be stranded unless I was able to. If I couldn't pay it, we'd be stranded. 80,000 for Class B. So, not really sure what our ship is. Class B, Frontier. So we've only upgraded it to a Class B ship. I have to admit, our ship's kind of looking kind of cool. Okay, so you got 3 skill points. And of course, it's going to give us that little tutorial thing there. We're going to, for active members. I don't really see. Oh, shoot. What were we doing? Chemistry would be the next one that I would pick up normally. Yeah, so. Okay. Really? It felt the need. It needed to. Oh, I didn't know where we were with Finn, but wow. There's a lot that we still have outstanding. All right. Okay. What were you? What was it going to tell us what we were doing in here? Probably not. So we have to figure out a plan of attack because this one we're pretty far away. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, we're pretty far away. Oh shoot! See, I try not to involve myself in these little skirmishes with the authorities.
United Colony's vessel to Boulogne. You don't usually see Crimson Fleet this far out. Not everyone would have stuck their necks out for a patrol. Thanks. Any way we can repay you?
Salvage rights are enough.
Here's hoping you find something valuable in that wreckage.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
You take care out there.
You too. So that was one UC ship that went down. Crimson Fleet. Mineral deposits. So, why did we jump out when the Watchtower showed up? Because when the Watchtower shows up, they show up in force. And at this point, I'm more annoyed. Safe House Gamma. More annoyed when they show up than, like excited to see them. And I just think because the luster is worn off. The brand new Starfield, the brand new quest, quest line. Has just, it's just not, eh.
We're locked in.
Now, in truth, the fact that he's so far off. Oh, we have Emily? Why are you with us?
How's it going?
Okay.
Take care.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I lost track of what we were doing. I got distracted. Squirrel, Saw Emily there, and I'm like, what is she doing there? So what just occurred to me is this character is probably as far away from shattered space as you can be. So it's like, is that what we do? Do we basically take this character and say, okay, well, we got to do everything we can to get towards shattered space? Or do we say, okay, you know what? I mean, we could go do shattered space with this character probably right now. We got everything. The only thing we don't have is the Andrasia quest line done. And then we could come back and say, is that even necessary? Right? I mean, go in completely blind with no connection to the Varun at all. So that is a possibility with him. But then again, as much as I don't want to, and I think that's where where we've gotten with the Watchtower mod is I've gotten so annoyed by it that I don't even want to play it in any of the playthroughs that have already kind of started, started it up. I've turned it down. The the chances of it of them spawning in, I've turned it down as much as I could, but apparently that still doesn't stop it from happening quite frequently. So yeah, but it has gotten to that point where, and I guess the problem that I'm facing with it is that it's intrusive, and it's so intrusive that it just feels like it's smacking me in the face every time we see it. And it's like, gosh, can you take a break for a minute? You know, I think we've seen, certain mods that supposed to trigger events. And sometimes you get to the point where you're like, is the mod working? Right? Well, in this case here, we know that's not the case. We know the mod is working. You know, as a matter of fact, is working too well because it keeps triggering even when we don't want it to. So, yeah, it's just
I am unable. Repair not possible.
so yeah, it's just interesting that we've gotten to this point, right? Where it's like, I don't want to get rid of the mod completely. I'm not ready to do that yet. But I wish there was a way to turn it down even more. Like the chance of them jumping into a system that you
Sometimes I think too hard about
just jumped into, is one out of every 20 jumps. Something along those lines. Like completely rare. And I think we're still seeing them probably. And again, this is just an estimate on my part. It's not based on any actual data. But it just feels like one out of every 5 or 6 jumps they appear. And it's like, for the amount that we jump, maybe we don't need to see them. Okay, we got Riley's slate. I didn't realize that we had a slate from her. I always had trouble making new friends. In school, they used to call me QWERTY because I needed a computer to express myself. And when I did talk, I'd say something awkward and people would laugh. People think the only time I'm funny is when I don't mean to be. Well, I disagree. It's not that I don't have a sense of humor. I'm just not used to using my outside voice. I get anxious in big crowds and just clam up. So I've been trying to practice by talking to one of the Model A's on board, who I've affectionately named QWERTY. Why? Because robots are funny even when they don't mean to be. Just like me. But ever since the spacer attack, I feel like something's changed. I can't quite put my finger on why, but it's like every robot on the ship is stuck in combat mode and they're constantly on alert. QWERTY won't talk to me about casual things, and what's worse, he'll sometimes forget my name. I talked to May about it, and she said I shouldn't worry. Robots do 3D facial scanning, voice recognition, and full body biometric data scanning and cross reference it with the crew database. I joked that maybe QWERTY should buy me a drink first, and May laughed. I was so happy that I made a joke in person. I ran to QWERTY to tell him the news, but he didn't even care. He just wanted to patrol the deck. Something's still off. Ever since that dust up with the spacers near Bessel 2, the robots on this ship have been acting strangely. I've chided the captain in the past about not running periodic OS checks but we've recently completed a firmware update, so I don't think that's it. Several of the crew members are claiming the robots will on occasion deny them access to the bunks, kitchen, and cockpit, asking them if they have clearance. I've noted that we're dealing with decommissioned UC Navy models, and some sort of remnant programming could be rearing its ugly head. The start of the errant behavior coincides with the spacer attack, in which the robots fought admirably. The timing of it can't be ignored. How do you eat something and then it tells you I could use a bite to eat?
Catastrophic damage.
For the love of God, what is the deal with these freaking robots? I get that everyone loves them for what they did to say to those spacers, but I gotta be honest. They've gone from saving our butts to being big fat pain in the rears. All I want to do is go to the kitchen and make myself a sandwich, and I got this machine breathing exhaust in my face, asking if I have permission to leave my quarters. I got your permission right here, circuit brain. And if you try to boss me around again, I'll slam it right through your glass eye. Someone's a little hostile. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Are we done? Might be. Empty. And there's Captain Beatrice. All right, the crew's always getting on my butt about for being cheap. I don't I don't like to tip. I've been wearing the same jacket for the past 6 years, and my ship's hasn't seen an upgrade since the colony war. So yeah, I don't like to spend more than I have to. And there's bargains to be found everywhere if you know where to look. When I got a tip about robots being decommissioned by the UC, I scooped them up from the junkyard and brought them back online. The crew thinks I'm too stingy to pay for mercs, but I've had awful luck with Ecliptic and can't afford the newer Model A's. The other option is to have no security at all, but most of us aren't combat trained, and that would be a death warrant. All right. They jumped into orbit and had our drive down before we knew what hit us. These weren't just any spacers, they were professionals. One thing they didn't count on, though, was our numbers. Only three of them bothered to board, and when they did, they met an entire squadron of ex military robots, ready to hold the line. Anyone who doubted whether these old refurbished machines could do the job isn't saying anything now. Would it be out of line to say, I told you so? No need, I guess, but I might tell them a cred saved is a life saved. Right. Because we because had we splurged on some fancy ecliptic mercenary, it wouldn't have been enough. Crew is jealous of the robots. I've got crew members claiming the robots are glitching, but they seem fine to me, just a little jumpy. And can you blame them? As for the facial recognition, I think it has more to do with the crew's hygiene than any failure on the robot's part. Barkley looks more like a hobo than an engineer. May wants a robotics specialist at Drone to look into it, but I can't imagine that would be cheap. We need to prioritize the ship repairs. Given the damage to the grav drive and the shields, any robot maintenance would blow us past our budget. We're in trouble. Barkley assaulted a robot and not only and it not only killed him, it turned the whole group aggressive. The machines have flagged the entire crew as hostile, and now every single one of us is a target. Using the intercom, I instructed the crew to stay in their quarters until we can find a way to disable them. May is trying a remote hack in hopes of finding a kill switch, but I don't know if we have time. I can already hear them marching toward the door. A cred saved is definitely not a life saved. No wonder there's no credits in there. What's it? Overriding authorization, clearing ship identity. God dang it. Alright, I think that's everything, so we can board back onto our ship. And down. And figure out where we are. There it is. Sit. Alright. Let's just take a look real quick. That's us. And this is the derelict nebula. Okay. Who do we have with us? We have. Yep. And we have. That might be our ship we just picked up. Yep. And then we already. Nope, we did not. Gas giant. Okay. And are you telling me, oh, hostile faction activity? We don't want to get involved. I think we're heading in the wrong direction. Is this Tartarus? Yep. Okay. So, stars. Investigate listening post. Where? Okay. Yeah. Well, as much as I don't want to,
Here we are. We should hunt down that listening post.
okay, I think it's just glitched out, man, cuz I got to be honest with you. Right? Here's my issue. There's what, 8, maybe 10 ships that have spawned in. I don't know if it's the Bedlam or the Dark Star game overhaul mod that's doing it, that's multiplying the number of ships that are spawning in. But it's, in my opinion, it's overkill, and the odds are stacked against us. And I just literally, I'm not seeing how we're supposed to win this fight. And then if you notice, it's every single time they spawn in. We can't control the numbers. But as it stands right now, we just don't. I don't agree with how it's doing things. I'm gonna jump over to Bernard Star. What's over here? And you see there's stuff over here that's going on. It's not even. What is? Ah. Just don't feel like doing that one yet. All right, let's get up. See, to me, all right, we got Emily, we got you, we got Vasco. We don't have a lot of people. And that's just, that was already there. Fun shot tree. Did I run out of storage at some point? Probably. Okay. So, what we need to do. Alright, good. I gotta check the settings real quick. Yeah. You see, I'm turning it down. Maybe to give us a better chance. So Fleet Commander is installed, but I don't believe I'm using it. Right. So one of the things that we could probably do kind of a all right. So, what? All right. So I have one. So I have 10 ships that are owned. I've got 0 active ships. So I can say grab the UC phalanx and make it active. And now that ship is actually kind of slaved to us. And then now we have another ship. Right? And then oh, M. Okay. Shoot. Nope. Let me get back up.
Remind me
Sorry.
again. Why are we standing this far apart?
Come here. I need my daily dose of you.
Holy. Okay. How you doing?
I'm alright. Space makes for good thinking time. Dangerous, but good.
All right. If you say so. Right. I got nothing to go by, but what you tell me. All right. Another thing I'm gonna do. Oh shoot. M? Why am I carrying so much stuff? All right. All right. Here we go. I'm kind of using this as storage too. Okay, so these are like ones that I said, well, maybe I'll hand them to somebody. And then, so this Kadama is better than this one. Okay. Oh, not holding on that many. That's cool. Helmet that I've got. Alright. So, first things first. Weapons. We gotta get the Kadama. Alright, you see we got two of these. Grab one of them back. Then wait, there it is. Holy cow. You can see how many I put in here. You can't say that all of these were because I took mods off of them and not because okay. Wait. Okay. Still carrying a lot of weight, but we'll deal with it for now. A lot of it's in the aid. And apparel, apparently. Okay. Get that up to level 4. Alright. Do we want to add anything? Well, we can. Gonna need that. Nice. Okay. Yep, got everything we need there. Alright, let's put together that OP Kadama. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so make this thing OP. Can't do a drum, that would be awesome. Good. We'll take that. Can't do high powered yet, but when we can. Dang it. I would prefer burst fire, and you see what it does for us. We still need receiver mods, no skin, and then socket one. We have two choices: extended magazine or furious. In the case of this one, furious, chilling, and then we're gonna grab Tesla. Alright, so the only things that now we're waiting on is internal for high power. We can push this up to a drum magazine, give us more rounds. And we're gonna want to also, so those are the two big changes, right? And then move this to burst fire. That'll also give us more damage. So it's a work in progress still. Now, we're technically kind of doing the same thing here, except it's a little bit different. So, we're gonna go with the reflex sights. We're gonna put the suppressor on. We're just gonna go with tactical. Laser sight. Magazine. We can do tactical, but we can't do armor piercing yet, but you can see that's gonna boost things. So we'll do the tactical right now. still, we can make it go fire rate faster. This is obviously, it's looking like a semi-automatic to me, but we'll put that on. Yep, semi-automatic. We could, you can see a burst fire is huge, right? Semi-automatic. So the very first thing, since we know, we'll extend the magazine. Second, we don't have chilling anymore, so now we got to figure out what else is there that really would help us out. Now the thing is, remember, on this one, I'm gonna, since we're already hitting it with 340 physical damage, if we aim, we're gonna do 15% more damage. So that's about another 50 damage. So, and then third, you see, we do have Tesla still, but we could bump it up to shattering. Or we could say, okay, Tesla is still the random thing. We could lighten it to the point where it doesn't weigh anything. We could also go with elemental, right? Or we can just see if we can knock people down. I'm gonna put elemental on first. No, it's not how I would want to go normally, right? But with the semi-automatic rounds, it's harder to get the what's the name to kick in for you. All right, so we got an extra ship. We boosted our stuff, so first of all, which one is that? All right, so we already have one of those. Okay. There we go. Okay. Hey.
Might start talking to myself soon.
All right, we're gonna save, and then set course. Yeah, and we're gonna jump back in. Jump back in, see what happens. And then maybe we stand a better chance. 3 on 10. wondering what happened there? I just get so fed up that as soon as they start talking, I just shoot. It just doesn't even seem worth it to try to negotiate or talk the way out of it. Okay. Yep. All right, so we're gonna land. We're gonna see if we remember everything we need to do.
Beginning to
Looks like we found it. Readings are similar to that Watchtower safe house we cracked open. Only smaller. I'll stay up here and provide cover. Remember, you can always call down a skydrop if you need it.
I'll try to remember. What's the weather like? Saltaire. Oh, look at that. All right, so we've got Emily. It's an extreme environment. Settings. Just make sure. One last thing. So that is off. So maybe it's just my guy. Yep, he's just not going to show his spacesuit. It happens for everyone else, just not him. He is like determined. I am not showing you my spacesuit. What's happening over here? So part of me is thinking, is he just glitched from now on and will never show his spacesuit? Barely working, Model A. Oh my goodness, you see that? Just like 100, just they're trying to flank it. God dang it. Who's over there? Oh, Varun Zealots and Spacer Punk. It's like we got a whole smorgasbord. All we need is pirates over here too. Don't go too far. I don't want to have to go over all. I don't want to have to go that far to loot. All right, wait. Let's switch. Let's switch there. Holy cow. What is this place?
Taking fire.
I mean, yeah. Looks like a down space. Alright. Is this us? That's us right there, right?
It is useless to attempt to us.
Okay. Now it's time to go shopping. I think I still hear gunfire somewhere. Uh-oh. Is that reinforcements? Were you just knocked out?
We will return.
Yeah, they were just knocked out. Ecliptic Marshal. Okay. Hey. Dang it. Seriously? It's a thing. Alright, so we can't. Can we get over here? Nope. Alright, so since we can't get over there, we have to get up there. And I can't. I can, because I did already. Yeah, like that. And then, come on, get up there. We'll walk around. And then jump, jump. There you go. Holy cow. Okay. All right, I'm starting to feel like this is a bit of a trek.
Am I detecting? Are there Watchtower troops there?
There sure are.
If you want access to that listening post, you're gonna have to deal with these guys first. Might I suggest a skydrop?
Might I suggest kissing my arse? Let me just look real quick. Throwables. I don't have any sky drops available to drop. All right. Okay.
I'd ask if you're lost in thought, but I don't want to interrupt a rare event.
This is going to be not easy. Matter of fact, it's going to be awful. Why? Because we don't have a sky drop. Not sure why he's mentioning it. We don't have it.
Motion detected.
This is how OP this
System damage identified.
this gun is.
Damage detected.
Will even allow you
Damage
to
detected.
beat the mouse.
Structural integrity compromised.
Same here, bud. Same here.
System integrity
Same here.
at risk. Structural integrity compromised. System integrity at risk. Impact registered. Damage detected. Re-evaluating threat level.
You're starting to realize we're kind of a threat, huh?
Re-evaluating threat level.
I'm reevaluating threat level too.
Re-evaluating threat level. System damage identified. Defiance will not be tolerated. Damage detected. Impact registered.
Come on, guys, get in there.
Integrity at risk. System integrity at risk. Technician requested. Impact registered. Re-evaluating threat level. System damage identified. Structural integrity compromised. Damage detected. Re-evaluating threat level. Impact registered.
Is that all you got?
Commencing threat neutralization. Re-evaluating threat level. Structural integrity compromised. Damage detected. Re-evaluating threat level. Prepare for immediate termination. Re-evaluating threat level. Damage detected. System damage identified. Structure.
Is he done? Did we just take out the mech without a sky drop? gonna be turds. There's gonna be issues. Gotta love it when the stealth kills actually work. Contact was locked. You show yourself. All I got is a... Don't let me find you. You were the one with the mouth? Okay. Somebody's around here. Are we all trying to fit on the same piece of rock right now? You almost got shot, Basco. All right. You know what this means? Okay. So that was one. Sometimes I'm not sure that it's actually a password as opposed to needing to clear the entire place first.
feel like UCB's people love that.
There it is. All right. Sometimes there's an actual different way in. Oh, shoot.
Okay, see if you can find that intel Harper wanted. Gotta admit, I'm also a tad curious as to what Watchtower are doing here. Damn. Whatever intel was here is gone. But looks like we've still got a chance to recover some data. Seems there's some sort of broadcast array close by. Get back to your ship and meet me in orbit. We can look for this surveillance array.
Wherever we end up, I want you there. Always.
Where's my ship? My ship is over here somewhere. Or over there. Over there. Over there. Something, something. Over there. At least bring our buggy back, right? Who's right? We call ourselves looters? Wait, there should be more than just the one. Ugh, okay.
Leaving atmosphere.
All right, we'll see how we compare or how we fare. 3 ships to their 10 or 15.
A bit difficult to tell, but I'm fairly sure that's Watchtower hardware. Yep, I think this is the surveillance array we're looking for. Doubt we'll be able to crack it. Maybe if we destroy it, we might be able to recover some of the data.
They only sent 1 ship. We are actively trying to destroy the thing. They sent 1 ship. I'm insulted.
That's how it's done! Oh, glad to see the fleet strategy works as anticipated. We should search the array's wreckage, see if we can recover that intel for Harper.
Yep.
Hey, this salvage looks promising. Looks like we recovered a slate with some intel, got some Watchtower components, and... Huh. What are these? Computer cores? Huh. Well, alright, I think we got what we need. Let's head back to Stardock. Harper and Gren will want to hear about this.
All right, let's head back. All right, 33 units to 33 units. Get there. And it actually costs just isn't going to tell us. Okay.
Whew. A lot sure happened out there. We can either go fill Harper in on the details regarding the intel, or check in with Gren, pass on some of this Watchtower equipment we recovered.
What's
And maybe those guys will know what we can do with those computer core things we found.
shown up? Shown up.
Look who decided to drop by. Good to see you back. Any news on that listening post?
We've taken care of it. And here's a slate with some intel on it, I think.
Huh. Well, thanks. I'm impressed. Things went smooth, right? You didn't run into any trouble, did you?
That depends on your definition of trouble. First, there were the Watchtower troops, then the listening post wiped its data, but not before transmitting it to an array for broadcast. And then we destroyed that array. A small fleet of Watchtower ships jumped in, attacking us on sight. I don't know, any of that sound like trouble?
They did catch us off guard a bit, but we're okay.
Well, I suppose that's why you have a fleet. If 2 ships count as a fleet. Still,
2.5.
That's got me wondering. How'd Watchtower have a fleet prepped to ambush you like that? They must have been watching those listening posts real close. But why? Just give me a second here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what information I can pull from this intel slate.
Alright, you do that. I'm gonna see what food I can pull from this little thing here. I mean...
Encrypted. Not surprising. Let's run this through Grant's cracking algorithm.
See, it says...
It worked. Quite a lot of data. I'm just skimming here, but... yeah, this clears up a few things.
What does it say?
The listening posts... Watchtower used them to track people.
Hey.
But only certain types of people.
And she's on the other side of this thing.
Looks like they got posts and
I should have
surveillance
followed her.
arrays in most systems. They scan every ship that passes, looking for people of interest. And when a vessel gets flagged enough times, an array sends a signal to Watchtower, telling them to jump a fleet into that system.
That explains it. We're the people of interest. This is how they keep finding me, and how they found you. Sneaky little rascals.
Are they surveilling every system? I don't think so.
Maybe. From what I read, does look like they've got listening posts in most every system. Though there seems to be exceptions. I noticed Alpha Centauri is curiously avoided.
Well...
I guess because it's too hot for it
Yeah.
there. Too many eyes watching.
Ex-
Too many nosy officials.
I agree. Alright, I'm not letting them hunt me down.
Harper, is there any way we could find more of these listening posts and surveillance arrays? Because I'm thinking, if we start shutting more of them down, Watchtower won't be able to track us as much.
Maybe. I did see something about listening posts in other systems. Hold on. Let me run a quick search. Oh, crap. Gren warned me about this.
What's up? What's wrong?
The intel slate. When I started poking around for more specific info, the rest of the data kinda deleted itself. It's an inbuilt security measure. It's just how Watchtower tech works. Pretty much all of it has a self-destruct of some kind. But it's not a complete loss. I did pull the location for another listening post. There's one in the Kumasi system, on Kumasi 6.
Well, that's something. We can always go take that one down. And hey, maybe we'll recover more intel slates.
It's worth a shot. If you can bring me more of those slates, I can likely pull more locations for you.
Where can I find more of these slates?
At a guess? From listening posts, or the arrays that keep them company. Each one's probably got a nugget of info we can take for ourselves. Just be ready for Watchtower to show up the moment you start poking around.
All right. Looks like we're visiting more listening posts.
Well, the data you brought back didn't really have much value, at least to me. But I'm still happy that listening post is gone. So here, your payment. And some advice. You need to be careful out there. Watchtower really is hunting you. These listening posts, any system that has one, makes you vulnerable to ambush.
Ah, but any system we clear of them means Watchtower can't track us there.
Yeah, I suppose. Up to you if you want to keep taking down listening posts. Just be ready for a Watchtower fleet to jump in and attack.
Well, they're jumping in and attacking already
Whatever.
anyway.
Bring me more intel slates, and I'll do what I can to help.
One last thing here. We found these Watchtower computer cores.
Yeah, found 2 of them. No idea what they're for, though.
You don't say. I think I've seen one of these in Gren's workshop. They store data on Watchtower schematics. It's how he built you those sky drops. But like the intel slates, without the proper credentials, you can only pull a small amount of data before it wipes everything else. This hardware's a little beyond my skill to crack. But leave it with me. I know someone who might be able to get something useful from it. You should bring that other core to Gren. I'm sure he'll have something to say about it. Well, I think we're done. Feel free to use Stardock for whatever you need. I think you've earned your spot here. I'll catch you later.
That went well. Let's check in with Gren.
All right, so Gren.
Remind me again. Why are we standing this far apart?
Because you're not keeping up. That's why.
State your needs. Back already? Something wrong?
Yeah, I got no more sky drops.
I won't ask where these came from. But yeah, I can use these. Watchtower uses proprietary hardware. As long as I'm duplicating their tech, I'll need authentic components like these. Assuming you can provide me with enough components, I'm willing to fabricate and install more skydrops to your ships.
And also, we found these computer cores.
A Watchtower computer core. Huh. These units are exceedingly rare. Within them lie blueprints for Watchtower constructs, things such as skydrops. Cores contain vast amounts of information, but like almost all Watchtower technology, they have inbuilt safeguards.
We know. Harper already explained. We can only pull small amounts of information before these sort of things wipe themselves.
Good. So you already understand. I can only extract limited information from a core. I suspect we can mine computer cores to acquire blueprints for new types of skydrops, or even devise upgrades for your fleet command system.
All right, so what can you get from this core?
One moment. I will establish a link to the core. Connection confirmed. I see data for 3 skydrop schematics, yet we can only extract 1. Our available choices are drops for either a ballistic turret, a Shiva unit, or a surface smoke bomb. You must make a decision. What skydrop should we gain the ability to fabricate? And what would that be?
We're going with the robot.
There, it's done. I've downloaded the relevant data. Now you'll have access to that skydrop to install onto any of your vessels. If you can find more computer cores, bring them to me, and I'll see what I can do with them. Until then, I can offer to outfit your ships with the skydrops we already have, assuming you have enough Watchtower components.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you doing this, man.
Gratitude is unnecessary. However, it is appreciated. If you need to restock any skydrops, or require any other ship services, just check in with Babs. I'll make sure she receives the necessary updates to assist you. Otherwise, I'll be here to help however I can. I'll return to my work, but I'll be here if you need me. Sorry, busy now. Come back
You see?
later.
That's just wrong.
Well, that was productive. You met with Gren and didn't kill him. Harper seems to like you. We found out how Watchtower's been tracking us, and even figured out how to exploit more of their technology against them.
Why would it kill Gren?
Well, you know, he's got that whole Watchtower thing going on. Now, I didn't think you actually would kill him, but it's good to know you can show restraint.
So listening posts. That's how they've been tracking us.
Sure looks that way. Of course, we still don't have the full picture. But from what I can piece together, seems these listening posts are tuned to pick up, well, us. Watchtower track, monitor, and when they think the time is right, spring an ambush. No idea what constitutes the right time. Maybe they're just waiting for the perfect moment to ruin our day. But hey, we've got some of their tech figured out now. That's one step closer to turning the tables, right?
All right, what are you expecting me to do now?
I think for the time being, keep doing whatever it is you do. Watchtower are still a problem, but at least now you have a defense against them. And if you find yourself with some free time, you can always hunt down more listening posts, or have Gren build and upgrade stuff for your fleet. And if you don't mind the company, I think I'll stay on with you. You know, as an official part of your crew.
All right.
Fantastic. Feel free to treat me as you would any other member of your crew. Order me around, have me clean the toilets, put the fear of God in me. Whatever. It's your show. I'm just here to lend a hand. All right, let's get going.
Wait. Something I didn't realize before. But oh, hey. Oop. Let's see if what's the name is willing to talk yet.
Hello again. I'm glad you're here. Since we last spoke, I've been thinking things over. I believe I found a way to mine additional data from Watchtower computer cores. Data that would let us upgrade your fleet command system, or perhaps even figure out new types of ship modules or systems. So the next time you have spare cores, you'll need to decide what type of data you'd rather I extract.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
One more thing. I've documented how to build a remote fleet command system terminal. I'll forward you the schematics. You can build a terminal aboard your ship, granting you remote access to the main system here on Stardock. Now, was there something you needed?
There's a lot of stuff I need.
That would require more data. More data means more cores.
Okay. You have anything for sale?
I maintain a small stock of items. See what catches your eye.
How about those? Okay. How much money you got? You got a lot of money. Why don't we do this first? Let's just take all your money. Oh, let's see. All right, so half of our inventory that we do have happens to be resources. So aside from those, and then I mean okay, So sadly, we still only managed to clear out. Oh, we got tons of aid. What is weighing us down? All right, we need those. Wow. I'm not sure how much we need the food anymore that we've stockpiled. And I think part of that was part of Tien's Out in the Blackness, where a lot of things were basically being tracked as to whether the crew was eating or drinking and stuff. And then now that we don't, and I just don't know that they're eating. So I haven't seen anything pop since turning it off to tell me, oh yeah, your crew is eating this much. I'm not ready to just jump in there and say, okay, they're not eating anymore, so there's no point. But as you can see, I mean, we got a ton of food stuff that possibly we don't necessarily need anymore. Okay. Like to unlock a new Skydrive?
For now, I don't think there are any more we can extract. Perhaps later.
Okay. I do. And you said we can't upgrade.
We lack the number of cores needed for that.
Okay. Okay.
Understood. Perhaps we can also install a sky.
Which is one of the things I wanted to do. Obviously not on my ship. All right, so we have that installed there. Maybe we can stick another one right there. I don't like the way that is there, though, right? Does that look awful to you? All right, let's do it. Is it structural or is there? Oh, it would be under. It's not weapons. I think it would be under structural. I could be very wrong. Apparently, I am. So if it's not there, then it's got to be back this way. Sky drop. There we go. So we are going to can you move where you look better? Okay. All right. So this one can do both. Max crew. Not saying I'm a huge fan of this ship anyway, but it looks like there's not much else I could do to this ship. It's got plenty of fuel to get where it's got to go. Now this one is now in the fight with us, and it's got plenty of fuel. Okay. Nothing. I even if I put a skydrop module on this ship, I don't think it would. You can use it because it's not one of our actual one of our is not one of our actual um fleet, right? So it's not part of the Watchtower fleet. It is with us for what's the name of that thing? The flight thing, right? So we got one ship for that, and then we got one ship for Watchtower. And so the Watchtower one is the only one that's actually going to not respond, but actually do the sky drops. The other ship is just going to follow us around and just be in orbit, right? So when we get into fights, it's just going to be there to support us for fighting and everything, but it's not going to support us for actual Watchtower sky drops and such. Oh wait, I'd like to view and modify my ships, please.
Sure, we can do that. And maybe fit a skydrop as well.
I think I want to see what this one can do. Everything. You got any engines, man? Reactors. That's what I meant. All right. My current reactor. This is. Hold on. What's my current reactor? My current reactor is 35. You got anything better than 35, man? You got a 39. What's your best? 40? Oh, and a 38. All right, so 40. I don't know that it's worth all the structural changes required to smack a 40 in there, even though, say I got the 40, right? Say I got the 40. How much does this weigh? 116. That weighs 175. All right, let's say they can pull that out. Stick that in there like that. All right, let's see what the error is. Ship has unattached modules. Where? Are you serious? All these modules are now... Oh, because this one's unattached. Because it can't attach to the top there. What is that? Is that our grav drive? You are not a... Seriously? Okay, wait. Oh, God. All right. Okay. All right, so where's the 39? It's cheaper, and it's still attached. All right, so we got more power. I'm not mad at this 36 grav jump drive though, so that doesn't bother me. I can't create more of these. Let's see, can't create any more of those here. But if I were, I got 2 more spots for them, so I can add about another 2K of space. Now, this is 210. That's 210. I mean, technically, if I want wanted, I could stick another one on the side of those, or I could take this off and then add more fuel to the ship. How much fuel does our ship have? I don't know that we are experiencing any major issues fuel wise. Okay. Except. All right, man. Appreciate it.
Farewell.
Appreciate it. And that's where we're holding our contraband.
Systems online. Ship support services are available. Records show your skydrops are fully stocked. No action required.
Okay, good. Let's see what ships you got for sale.
Accessing Starship sales manifest.
See if you got anything to. Ooh. I was gonna say, see if you got anything to take that makes us want to move away from the from our frontier. Okay. So I know it's probably just me. I have the hardest time dealing with asymmetrical. And what I mean by that is you see the flight deck is over on the right hand or the the starboard side of the ship. And part of me wants to split this in half and then put something down through the middle and then put the flight deck or the cockpit in the middle third. Or get a different flight deck or cockpit that's much bigger and they would sit on top of both. Galileo is just like the Varun hymn. Hey, the frontier, kind of. This one is cool. How much is it? I almost want to get it. But the reactor is poor. So that'd be the first thing we'd have to do. We'd have to upgrade the reactor. Then we have to upgrade the grav drive as well. And then and then we gotta go and fix the we would have to upgrade a lot. But you see this what do you call it? The cockpit there. This is what I would find and stick on the other one, right? And that still may not work because it might require 3. Yeah, 3 across. We already had the UC longsword. And then the marathon. The marathon. It's longer than I thought it was at first. Okay.
Interruption complete.
I think the next time we come back here, there's going to be a trade authority and a dock here. All right, so there's a couple of things in the cola. Follow Harper's leads. All right, now that we have Kumasi. It's a long way out. Oh, is it here? Yep. Watchtower listening post. All right, let's go take it out. God dang it. Torn? Hey.
Whatever I can do to help.
Return to your post.
See you when I see you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And why am I... Okay, so first things first. Let's go back here. We don't need one right now. So, oh, I did the wrong thing. All right, so I want that. Then what I want is to I'm hungry? Seriously? Right now? Is the place deserted? It is not. We just had to find some baddies to shoot. They will present themselves. Of that, I have no doubt. Especially if we keep jumping around like that, bringing attention to ourselves. And the question is, oh my goodness, what happened? All right, I'm concerned.
Fight time!
Weapons Stand unknown. Structural integrity compromised. System integrity at risk.
Where's
Structural integrity compromised. Damage detected.
where's my sky drop?
Impact registered. Damage detected. Damage detected. System damage identified. Re-evaluating threat level. System integrity at risk. System integrity at risk.
Now, fighting 100, level 100 mech.
Structural integrity compromised.
I don't know that that's fun.
System damage identified. System integrity at risk. System damage identified. Damage detected. Structural integrity compromised. Impact registered. Re-evaluating threat level. Re-evaluating threat level. System damage identified. System integrity at risk. Damage detected. System damage identified. Technician requested. Re-evaluating threat level. Structural integrity compromised.
Where's he going?
Technician requested.
Where you going, buddy?
System integrity at risk. Engaging target. System integrity at risk. System damage identified.
I advise a hasty retreat. It will save your life.
Whew, I got the blood pumping.
All right. So I think we can go back up now. Okay. See how many ships they send at us up top. All right. I don't like that Torrance with us. The problem that I have with that is he's assigned to be piloting our ship, but yet he's here with us. I think this is our guy. Yep. Only one ship, maybe two. I think I have objection. Uh-oh. Lost the array. There it is. Hey, we got a computer core. Why couldn't we get multiple? Alright. Really? Just that quick? Well, we need to fuel up anyway. Whoa.
Permission to dock has been confirmed. Maintain standard docking procedure.
Roger that. Hey.
Hey, got some news for you. That computer core you gave me, I asked an old friend to help me poke around inside it, see what data we could find.
Okay. Gren couldn't help you?
I did ask Red, but his skills are all about ships and their systems, so that's the only kind of data he really knows how to dig for. If you wanted data on anything outside his wheelhouse, like other types of Watchtower tech, we needed a fresh set of eyes. A fresh set of eyes that knew how to hack into complex computer systems. Someone like my old friend.
Okay. And who would that be?
Oh, just someone I knew from Neon. His name's Shadowlight. That's not his real name, of course. It's more like an alias. He's a cyber runner. You know, hacking, cybersecurity, digital warfare, all that good stuff. We kept in contact after I left Neon. Good guy.
Alright, and you found something?
Sure did. Now, I already knew Watchtower likes to dabble in cybernetic tech. One look at Gren gives that away. But what I didn't know is just how varied and niche their tech can be. Body mods, organ replacement, and a whole series of neuroamps. And Watchtower ever commercialized, they put Ryujin out of business. Anyway, what we managed to pull data on is blueprints for some of Watchtower's neuroamps. Only basic models, but still, nothing to thumb your nose at.
You mentioned other kind of technology?
Yeah, found mentions of it, sure, but no solid data on how to actually reproduce any of it. Like I said, stuff like body mods, organ replacements, and a bunch of other crazy things. But who knows? Maybe at some point, we'll find the keys to unlocking some of that. Wouldn't that be something?
Sure would, especially if we could get ourselves some new lungs that could breathe in zero atmosphere. Okay. Can you make me these amps?
Not me, no. First, I asked Gren if he could build them, but he said something about him being engineer, not a doctor, which got me thinking. I just so happen to know a few doctors, and at least one who has experience in cybernetics, Dr. Lane. So I asked if she'd mind joining us here. She agreed, and now we got a medic to treat ailments. Also, she can research and build Watchtower spec neuroamps. Not bad, huh? If you're interested, go to the new infirmary and talk to Dr. Lane. She can fill you in on the specifics. Now, anything I can help you with?
I think I found some more intel.
You're gonna give me a peek or not?
I just did. Here's the slate.
Give me a sec, and I'll see what we're working with.
Slate's toast, but it did reveal a listening post is in a distant system. Coordinates sent. Take a look if you want, but stay safe, alright? Watchtower aren't pushovers.
Okay.
Wait, before you go, I've been thinking some more about those spy arrays. I've managed to gather a little more info on them. It's not much. A lot of it is guesswork, really. Still, I think you might find it useful.
Alright, let's hear what you got.
The arrays seem to be linked in a sorta network. If a critical major array is attacked, you can expect a more aggressive response from Watchtower. As well as any of the less important minor arrays it was linked to self-destructing once the major one has been destroyed, and they lose connection. But perhaps if you were to destroy some of the less important minor arrays first, it will lessen Watchtower's reaction when you attack a major one. And you'd be able to salvage more components too. But how you go about it is down to you. You'll have to decide on a strategy you think works best. I've made my notes on my terminal. Feel free to check them out for yourself. Might also help you keep tabs on the systems you've already cleared. Anyway, that was all. Later.
All right, later. Thank you. Those grid sticks, not free. Oh, dang. Oh, no trade authority yet. But hey, we have a clinic.
Surprisingly quiet today. Ha! You must be Harper's friend.
Sort of.
Dr. Sophia Lane, formerly of the field surgeons. Currently on sabbatical, now presiding over this station's quaint little clinic. And apparently I've been roped into some sort of project. Something about a secretive organization and data on a new type of technology? I'll admit, I was, and still am, intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's nice to meet you, Doctor. I really appreciate you helping us out.
Well, aren't you a
I try to be.
charmer? Oh, careful now, or you may end up with more than just my professional
I'm
attention.
aiming.
Now then, Harper provided me with a Watchtower computer core. And with some help, we managed to extract enough data to guide the construction of a new type of neuroamp. Although, not a neuroamp. No, the technology is similar, but fundamentally different. It's more invasive. Closer to true cybernetics, really. Anyway, I've taken the liberty of constructing one of the cyberamps. This one apparently improves an individual's piloting skills.
Oh. Well, I'll take whatever you can give me.
Hopefully these amps provide just that. Although no reason to keep them to yourself. Members of your crew may also find them useful.
Roger that.
So, here you are. This is the cyber amp I already fabricated. Use it in good health, or don't. It's your choice. A lady knows better than to ask how and where you procure such things. But if you desire more of these new amps, simply bring me more computer cores. But before any of that, tell me, do you require any medical attention or supplies? If you have the credits, I am sure I can accommodate.
All right. Well, let's see what you got in stock.
I've got a decent stock of medical gear if you need it.
Let's see. If you had some Hippolyta or something, I would be very much interested. All right. I need medical treatment.
Let's take a look. You seem the very picture of health. Congratulations.
Oh, well, I just wanted you to check me out. Okay. All right. Do we reciprocate? On the way back around? Mind if I ask you some questions?
Go ahead. Curiosity never killed anyone.
Being curious has. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your history, relationship status.
I grew up in Nakila City. Big skies, tight communities, and more than enough trouble to keep a young woman occupied. Medicine was always my goal, so I trained as a doctor. But life took a turn when Ethereum Cybernetics came calling. They lured me in with promises of credits and groundbreaking research, and for a while I thought I'd found my purpose.
Okay.
As it turns out, corporate labs and bottom line science didn't sit right with me. So I walked away and joined the field surgeons. It's grueling work, but there's something raw and real about it all that just seems to speak to me. And now I'm taking a short sabbatical to run this clinic. And when I'm not patching people up, I enjoy reading. And I've been known to paint. Poorly.
All right, no more questions?
No problem. Anything else?
No, that's it. I'll be back, though.
Bye-bye.
Cherry sunny disposition, I'll be back. And look, if we need to, we can store more contraband. And you know what I forgot to do? But it's alright. That was the wrong button. Apparently. Everybody's all... What is everybody doing up here? Ladies.
Yes?
No, we're not gonna give it
Bye, Captain.
Whenever we park right next. Oh, we did not. Let's say, did we park right next to it? What did we park right next to? Crash ship. Tons of helium. Another mass Xenolab. How many Xenolabs do they have? Like, they have like multiple each planet. Oh, look, Watchtower, listening post Charlie, and Echo. And we're going after Echo. Let's just do it. Wait, this is Echo. Why are you...
Whatever you're doing, it looks very intense. Proud of you.
Oh, the hub. Oops. There we go. Come on. Knock down. Alright, fine. Don't see it. There it is.
Enemy activity detected.
Am I over encumbered? I sure am. Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh, must have picked up a ton of stuff on my way to the store.
Unusual activity.
Next.
Engaging enemy.
They didn't do a sky drop. They didn't do a.
System damage identified.
Are you freaking kidding me? Everybody's like on me.
System damage.
No, we got two.
System integrity at risk. This is futile. Structural integrity compromised. Cease resistance. Combat algorithm engaged.
Nothing's working. ball. Gotta regroup. Keep everybody kind of. Oh no.
Initiating containment procedures. Structural integrity compromised.
Way more turds around here than originally ever.
Impact registered. System integrity at risk. This unit was not designed for negotiation. Damage detected. Impact registered. Weapon systems damage identified. This area is restricted. Impact registered. Target acquired.
I don't know where my people are.
Commencing herd. Resuming search contact. Engaging target. Impact registered. Maintaining forces battle mode active. Lethal force.
Freaking turds sometimes. Can't get in there?
For immediate termination. Maintaining search pattern. Commencing neutralization. This area is restricted. System integrity at risk. Resuming search trial contact. Scanning for hostile.
What the? That is not true. Guess we don't have one, which is awful.
Damage detected.
What we gotta do is get rid of all the little guys.
Defiance will not be tolerated.
Now the part that not okay.
Damage detected. This unit was not designed for negotiation. Combat algorithms engaged. Initiating containment procedures. System integrity at risk. Resistance is futile. Prepare for neutralization. System damage identified. Commencing purge.
Nice. All right. I think we can take this other one out. If we can get close enough.
Weapon systems arrive. Shields offline. System damage identified.
All right. That was awful. Where's my people? Oh. Make good use of yourself. I need to be able to get inside. I don't think there is any inside. Do not want to open this thing. I just want a freaking battery. We're not opening that. Do you want to know why?
We are not alone.
No, we're not. Hoping one of these guys had a battery on him.
Hey, be well.
Hey, I'm gonna try to be well. You guys do better. Because I was running around for my dear life. And didn't seem like I was getting much help from you. There's like 30 of you here. Here's the problem. We need to find a battery. I would love to find a workbench. Dude. So I can make myself some more emergency stuff. That's why I went first person. Generally, they put a battery relatively close by. But they're going to require one. They usually put one where you can find it. You know, and instead of some BS about, hey, remember to bring a power cell with you. Yeah, because you should always have one. And generally, I always actually do. When I find them, I pick them up, and I usually carry a bunch around, and if not, I save them. Because of BS like this. Where it's like, hey, you need a power cell. Really? Alright, did you put one in close proximity so that we could find it? Because generally most people don't carry those around. Sure. Be nice to find a workbench. Right? how to get down from here. There's. It would be nice to find emergency kit. See, I'm thinking at the moment the doc doesn't know what to do. So it doesn't know. I need. Oh, it's perfect. You're hit because you ran in front of me. Trying to find. Okay, I still gotta make it back to the ship. Gotta make it back with no oxygen. Suffocating in your own, well, say in your own suit is one thing, but we're not in a suit, are we? At least according to the game. Alright, we got what we came for. Somebody still straggling? Where's my ship? I don't think we can. Can I? I'm gonna say I don't think I can boost. I don't have any O2. I will say I don't like that it uses O2 to boost. Hold on. Just want to make sure we're heading in the right direction. Because you see, we got multiple markers there. If I head towards one and it turns out the ship's over at the other, So technically, we are running on absolute fumes. Right? But you wouldn't know it because, one, where are the fumes at? Because we don't have a suit to enclose it all, right? All right, where's our... Oh, the array's right there. Messing with the fleet. Yes, I'm killing the fleet. Holy cow. Start shooting. Careful what you wish for. So much stuff going on, I can't control the ship. Like right now, he won't let me control the ship. There's no way he can get rid of us. One of your ships has been damaged. One? All of them. Can't even stay steady. I'm hitting our ass, but right foot. They're taking out like 3. Barely have any in. Wrong button. And I'm show you this. Because right now, this is my saying F you. Because first, let's count. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 13, 16, 19, 21, 23 active ships right at the moment. 23 active ships. I am going to say it is extremely, it is an extremely safe bet that the mod wasn't, that this mod was not written to do this. Because what this says to me is the intent is to destroy you and any ships you might have at any cost. There is no way. And then and then anybody that begs to differ, please do. No matter how good you are, unless you've basically made your ship completely OP, right? Which some people have done. You're not going to withstand that. So I have to assume one of the other mods that I have, right? Bedlam, Darkstar, Game Overhaul, all those in combination with Watchtower is producing this effect. Oh. Really? I don't know that that's right. So, and then right now, I don't know that, like I said, I don't see these spots. And then we will keep going. I don't think any of my ships are still here. Besides me, I'm the only one left. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And so right now we're trying to repair it. I'm just hitting the right stick. I can't grab drop out of it. And then basically what I'm doing is just holding down the gun and hoping that something happens that my weapons aren't offline. And I think they are. Yeah. I think the only thing I still have is this. Hold on a second. I didn't want to do this. I got to, I'll ram them all. Can we pause it right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, so it has gotten bigger. Look, it feels like it's like there's more. All the red things. kind of reminds me of Doom ship with all the Terramorphs just constantly spawning in when you go past this one. It literally seems maybe we found something. Maybe we found a glitch here. Like there's this like spawn thing, the trigger spawn more in, keep spawning them in, and whatever is causing that just keep triggering. Does it seem like we're even making a dent? I think the game has been trapped long before they stopped it. In case you're wondering how I'm even staying in here, I toggled God mode. I was like, F you. If you're gonna do this, I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. You're gonna have to scrap. The game's gonna do this. You're gonna have to scrap. I'm not gonna allow you to just spawn in hundreds. Because I don't know how many you did. I can't even select the ship because there's so many. They keep spawning in. We have the same number. If not more, we have the same number of ships. I'm not moving from the spot where I'm in right now. I've stopped moving. Just to do it. Select ships and then just keep shooting. Found an absolute glitch in the thing. This goes back to my thing about not testing it with other mods. When you put out a product and you don't test it with other mods, see if other mods can affect your stuff. I'm like, yeah, if it's a free mod, yeah, it's fine, right? I'm not gonna make you or expect you to do a whole lot more. But if you're gonna charge me $10 for your mod, you gotta test it, man. You gotta, is this really is this really what you wanted? Is this really what you wanted when you were putting this out there? You're like, yeah, let's give this to people and make them pay for it. All right, let's stop. Let's count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 17. There's at least 17 ships still showing on our radar. We know we've destroyed about 10 since I put the dot on. So they're just continuing to spawn in. Probably, if my machine can take it, it's probably sit here for an hour as more just keep spawning in. Now, the Veil has a very similar mechanic where you have this major battle that happens, and it spawns in extra ships, right? But it's X number of rounds. 1, 2, I think 2 rounds or maybe 3 rounds. Basically, it'll spawn ships in, after the big battle has started. And then it spawns in the big major ship, main ship. And apparently, there's no issue, doesn't conflict with Bedlam, causing you to end up with this kind of craziness going on. So it's kind of like well, the question is this what you would want in your mod? When you pay $10, what you want? Is this really what you want? All right. Let's get out of here. That was probably some of the stupidest stuff I've seen. Right? I don't blame Starfield or BGS for that. There's a lot of things going on. I do think there's a conflict going on somewhere. I think what's happening is based on what one of the mods that I have added is conflicting with the Watchtower creation, and so we're getting just a crazy amount of spawns in, and that's why Watchtower has become, for me, just a very unsatisfactory game addition to my game. It is not fun, and it literally just spawns in ridiculous numbers of ships. And as you can see there, how many ships did I kill? I'd lost track. It was at least 10, maybe a dozen, 15, maybe even more than that. So basically I took out all those, and there were still somewhere close to 20 ships, 15 to 20 ships left in the system, and it didn't look like there was going to be any kind of end into it in sight. They just kept coming in. And again, if I'm paying you $10 for your mod, I truly do expect you to do some level of, some due diligence here to make sure your mod doesn't conflict with other mods, right? Because again, right, what you're saying to me right now is that, yeah, you paid $10, and what you paid was our mod is the only mod you can have on your game, where you are guaranteed not to have conflicts with any others. Now, if that's what you state before I pay for it, okay, so be it. I wouldn't buy it, but that's what you state, and then we're good. We are good to go. I can't argue with you there. You've let me know that your mod is only guaranteed to work on its own, only with, and then you have another creation out there. So with this creation, so it works here by itself and with this creation, but nowhere else, nothing else. That's the only way we can guarantee it. And then it's like, okay, you can keep it. And then when you tell me that you didn't test it with any other kind of mods, it's like, well, you didn't even think about, like, say, the top 10 or 15 or 20 mods that people are using or playing with, you know, just to see. You know what I'm saying? You're asking for $10 here. So every game I have, or every character that I have, right, I have to make the decision. And it's like, okay, Watchtower has kicked off in every single one. How do I turn it off? How do I undo it? Or do I just start over? Right? Or luckily in some games, I've got it so that it's not going to trigger until after a certain point. And now I have to say, okay, we have to turn that, you know, and then it's like, hey, whoever created that, you know, Watchtower No More or whatever it's called, not yet Watchtower, or Watchtower not yet. Hey, can you put a setting to never, a never setting on it? Because you can't just, if I'm not mistaken, once the game is going, I don't think you can just remove it. I'm gonna try, but how many saves is that going to corrupt and stuff like that? Okay, guys. Well, that's it for now. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me about that craziness. All right, later, guys.